At the end of every month, we need to have a look back to see what we've achieved that particular month. So it's easy as entrepreneurs, as business owners, property investors, just to be busy, being busy, to keep our head down and just keep going and going and going, maybe getting up early, staying up late, sacrificing things. Fantastic. Those are all good things to do, but we need to be aware of what is actually taking us further to where we need to get to and what's taking us further away from where we need to get to. So the end of the month is a fantastic time to just analyse and review, because a month is a long enough time to get stuff done, but it's also a short enough time to easily waste. So if you're looking at, if you're just doing 5 days a week, you might even choose to do 3 or 4, whichever position you're in. There's only like really 20 working days if you're having the weekends off and so on. So it's quite easy to just get your work done, then the weeks add up, then the months add up, and then before you know it, at the end of a 12-month period, you might not have achieved what you wanted to achieve because you haven't really been focusing on what you need to track, really. So again, when you're reading any type of management books, they're always, focusing on the key metrics that need to be improved. So for property investors, how many viewings have you done? How many offers have you put in? For new property investors, again, how many networking events have you been to? Now, for me, networking events aren't as big as lots of property mentors, gurus, whatever you want to call them, always tell you to do. So they'll always say, go out and network with people, go out and do this, go out and do that, let people know what you're doing. Of course, I'd agree, you need to let people know what you're doing, but at the same time, it needs to reflect on your why and what you're investing in property for. Why would I personally want to go out and put myself in the same room as 50, 80 and other 100 people that are just doing the same thing as me? You're going to learn a few things, definitely, but you'd surely be better spending your time where you're the only one person that invests in property. So again, you've just got to make sure that you're trying to continually learn. But getting back to the main point of the video, we need to understand that a month is a long enough time to get stuff done, but it's a short enough time to easily, obviously, waste on activities that aren't really taking you close to where you need to get to. But not only that, one of my mentees asked me the other day, when I mentioned analysis paralysis and so on, you can actually be looking at deals over and over and over again, looking at every single, or what you believe is every single outcome, and spending way too long on that particular deal, analysing it. Now, again, I'm one for overly analysing, of course, but we need to be aware of when the line needs to be drawn. So it's either a goer or it just gets put in the bin and then you're moving on to the next one, really. So procrastination doesn't necessarily mean you've been watching Netflix instead of doing what you need to do, or you've been, doom scrolling on social media. It's more about how's your time being spent when you're working, and are you easily distracted, or is your focus where exactly it needs to be? And again, that'll depend on you and your working day and your working environment and so on. So what decisions have you done this month, or what decisions have you made this month that's taken you closer to where you need to get to? What as well decisions have you avoided, or maybe even choices or anything like that, stuff that you needed to, be moving on with, have you just put on the back burner a little bit? So it's always about you being honest with yourself and reflecting and thinking, do you know what, have I been busy doing the stuff I need to, or have I just really been typing on my computer, making a few phone calls, but not really doing, the things that are really going to gain that momentum? So at the end of every month, always look, what choices have I made that have taken me closer to where I need to get to? What decisions have I made that have also taken me closer to where I need to get to? And then flip it around. What choices did I make that have delayed my progress, or maybe even pushed me further back? What choices as well have done the same thing, really? So the end of every month, get it wrote down in your diary, your schedule, whether that's, paper diary, I'm old school, I have one of those, or whether it's an online one. Spend, it might even be half an hour, just having a look at the last month. What key tasks have you done to take you close to where you need to get to? Have you been out, have you been reading any blogs, any new books, looking at things on YouTube and so on? But again, it's easy to fall into a rabbit hole there and just continually look at videos and look at videos and look at videos like this one, or read books and read books and read books without actually just going for it, okay? Trying to get all your ducks in a row. I need to get a bit comfier there, don't I? Trying to get all your ducks in a row is another form of procrastination, okay? Zig Ziglar's quote, and I know I say this a lot, if you're waiting for all the traffic lights to turn green, you're never going to go anywhere. So you need to make sure that when you feel ready, that's it. Okay? So, best practice really, before I finish off, at the end of every month, review, analyse the previous 30 days, 31 days, whatever it is, 28 days, February. Have I made the right choices? Have I made the right decisions? Have I put things off which I shouldn't have put off? Do I need to now just get my teeth stuck into them in order to pull me back on track? Am I speaking to my mentor enough? Am I being held accountable? It's always about you being honest with yourself. And again, of course, I mention it a lot. Continually invest in your mindset. That is going to pay the best interest ever. Investing in this, your knowledge, and your obviously health, they're going to pay the best interest ever. Okay, so you can be taxed on your assets, your cash flow, your profits, your dividends, whatever it is, but not as of yet they can't. Anyway, they can't actually tax your knowledge up there, okay? So that's always going to pay the best interest. The more you learn, the more you earn. So keep learning, keep earning, and make sure you just keep implementing. Don't be gathering knowledge just for the sake of gathering knowledge. I don't know if that's helped anybody, but again, if you're watching this dead on now, the end of the month, or maybe wherever in the month, get it in your diary. At the end of this current month, I'm going to review the actions that I've taken, the decisions that I've made, the choices that I've made, and see if they're taking me closer to or further away from. Property investors, obviously, am I going on viewings? Am I putting in offers? If I'm purchasing, how's my refurbs doing? Whatever type of level you're at, we just always need to be taking steps further forward. Super short video, just good luck. Keep taking steps further forward. And again, maybe check out the website, have a look at some blogs on there, have a look at some of the essays on there, the reports on there, have a look at around some more of these YouTube videos, and good luck. Maybe, again, if you're one of these people that have been watching this long enough, you know that I'm not one of these hype type of people that will promise financial freedom within 30 days. Property, just like martial arts, is a long-term plan with a long arch. It's not going to be one of those, short, quick-term fix things, okay? We need to be looking 3, 5, 10, 20 years into the future, and that's what it's always about, okay? Building up that wealth, building up that cash flow, and just obviously increasing it each and every year at your rate. Good luck, all the best, take care. Oh, there we go.